Hi, I'm Anne from Game Like a Mother. I specialize in games that can be played in 20 minutes or less, and today I want to talk about what I consider to be the single greatest kids game of all time, and that is the Bluey Keepy Uppy game. Yes, I am serious. This game is based off of a preschool show about Bluey, a family of dogs, and that live in Australia. They have very cute accents. And it's based off of an episode where they're playing Keepy Uppy with a balloon. And so the game has a balloon that the dad is shooting into the air with a leaf blower. And you push a button, it goes around in a circle, and everybody gets to push a button on their side to pop the balloon back up in the air, Keepy Uppy, and you're trying to knock down the other player's tokens while keeping all of your tokens left. Or if you have any tokens left at the end, the last person left is the winner. And if this sounds familiar, it's because there have been a few other iterations of this game that have come around. There is Loopin' Chewy, in which Chewbacca is in the Millennium Falcon and going around in a circle. And the tokens are stormtroopers, and you're trying to knock down the other people's stormtroopers, and you have you have any of your tokens left at the end, which is a little bit of a confusing theme. Are you a good guy? Are you a bad guy? It doesn't matter because it is a Star Wars theme that every kid can understand and play. And then the original was Loopin' Louie, in which you had an old-timey airline pilot who was flying around in circles, and the tokens were chickens like out in the field, and you're trying to knock down the other player's chicken tokens and have yours left at the end. And that game won the Kinderspiel des Jahres in 1994. So I know there's some question about how good that award is, how much does it mean, but they hit the nail on the head for this one. Fantastic game, and it's still around today in the Bluey form. And this game, I've been bringing Loopin' Chewy to my summer board game classes at the local rec center for a few years now. And so I've played Loopin' Chewy with just tons and tons of kids, and it's amazing because it's one of the games that I bring because everybody walks in and there's not really any rules to explain. It's really fun to play, and 100% of the kids love this game. And I usually don't bring games that are out of print. Both Loopin' Louie and Loopin' Chewy are out of print, but the game is so good, I would bring it, and then that was the one that parents would run out and hunt down used copies on like eBay or Amazon afterwards because the kids loved it so much. And it's universally beloved, and it's interesting, there have been a few changes between the different versions, mostly in terms of player count, where Loopin' Louie was 4-player, Loopin' Chewy was 3-player, and now the Bluey version, it can be 3-player, but you can also take out one of the buttons and have it be where they're just across from each other, and it can be a 2-player game. And this is pretty great because one of the things I was concerned about with the Bluey theme versus something like Star Wars was, oh, did this make it into just a preschool game? But my youngest is 5, she's preschooler, she loves this game, and my 12-year-old son had me come downstairs to play this game with him soon after we got it, which was kind of a surprise to me. But he sat me down, turned it on, and it was in 2-player mode, and when the balloon came over to him, he smacked the button just right, and it flew over and knocked over one of my tokens without me having a chance to defend it all. And then he did that 2 more times, and so the game was over in approximately 30 seconds. He was cracking up. He was so proud of himself. I thought it was pretty amazing. I was proud of him too. And then I tried it, and it wasn't too hard. So it is nice. It seems like, oh, it's just a hit the balloon game. How much can be going on with it? There's an art to it, and you can make people cry if you play it right. So don't be worried if that means the game is good to you. But this game is amazing. We got this and left it out on the coffee table over spring break, and we live in a suburban neighborhood, and there were just tons of kids coming by, and this is a game that I could leave out. Anybody could figure out how to play it. My 5-year-old explained it to other kids. I didn't have to be involved, which is nice sometimes. So this game works for everybody. I know a lot of times you say, oh, if they're not into board games, don't give a board game as a gift. Well, you can give the Bluey Keepy Uppy game to anyone because 100% of kids really like it. So that's it for me today. You can check out more of my content on my website and my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for having me on the show, and back to the folks in the studio.